Tanning bed won't turn on. Full-size image.
Jason, pic looks good. Thanks for posting it. Do you have a schematic for the bed? It looks like the blue and white wires at the right of the photo probably feed the timer clock motor. The top two left wires are common to the same connection point. When the timer turns on, the contacts inside probably cause the top two left wires and the bottom left wire to all become common to each other. Do you have a voltmeter?
No schematic and paperwork. We'll look for one where timer was on bed. Yes, I have a voltmeter. Be right back. Going to look for schematic on bed. Jason, okay. Found them. Jason, you found the schematic? Are you able to somehow take a photo of it and post it here? Full-size image. Full-size image.
Jason, the timer in your first photo, which I believe you've now removed. Did it have a number designation next to a T?
I see a T85 on bottom of timer. Jason, it appears from the schematic that there are 3 timers, marked T1, T2, and T3. I was trying to find wire color designations on the schematic that match the colors of the wires in the first photo. Based on wire colors, the timer in the first photo appears to be T1. One of the schematics refers to that one as the main timer. It appears this is a mechanical, spring wound timer. That means it doesn't use a control voltage for a clock motor. That's what I'm finding on other sites I'm searching. Unfortunately, the contacts don't appear on the schematic. So it's difficult to know which wires become common to each other when the timer is on. I see one timer is for fan, T3. The T2 timer is limit. And as you said, T1 is the main timer. Jason, yes. I'm looking online for a schematic that I can see well. The main timer, I assume, is the one I've removed, which has control knob. It won't click when I turn it to on position, but will click when I turn it to off position. Jason, did it click when moving to the on position earlier? We can use your meter to read continuity through the contacts, since you've removed it. Does it say on it that it's a 120-minute timer? I found T85 timers with various time ratings. 20-minute timer. Jason, okay, great. I can use that as search criteria. There is a part number 9031801 on other paperwork. Jason, I just found a good picture of it, but the contact configuration isn't shown. It looks a little different than yours, but still has 4 connection points. Can you set your meter to continuity, where it beeps when the 2 probes are touching to each other? It's an analog meter, not digital. Jason, okay, then the needle should peg to 0 resistance when set to ohms, and touching the probes to each other. We can discuss this over the phone, if you think it would be faster. This is fine, thanks. I have meter set on RX10. Jason, okay, I've found sites that show this as being a 2-pole timer. That means there are 2 sets of contacts, independent from each other, that close when the timer is on. If you can find 2 points that cause the needle to peg when the timer is on, that would be one set of contacts. The other 2 connection points would be the other set of contacts. Once the contacts are identified, you can find the wires that were connected at each point, and temporarily connect them to each other, making sure the ends are insulated, and then power the bed up. Okay, the points where the blue wire and the white wire go make a meter peg when both are touched. Jason, try rotating the knob until it clicks, if it will click, and then take that same reading again. I can't take reading in off position, just with knob rotated to on position. Jason, okay, I would temporarily connect blue and white to each other, and make sure the exposed ends are insulated. Tape works well for that. Connect blue and white together, no timer, then see if bed power comes on. Jason, make that connection, but don't power the bed up yet. Can you take the same ohm reading on the timer's other two connection points? Read it with the timer off, and when it is on. When I touch bottom yellow wire connector and the top yellow wire connector, no reading, on or off. Jason, that set of contacts could have a problem inside the timer. I would connect the wires from that set of contacts to each other, insulate the ends, and then power it up. So the top yellow wire, top black wire, and bottom yellow wire should all three be connected together with a tape? This in conjunction with the white wire and blue wire being taped together. Right? Jason, yes. But just taping the blade connectors on the ends may not make a very good connection. You may want to make some short jumper wires, and push them into the blade connectors. Or, cut the ends off, strip them, and then wire nut them together. You can purchase new crimp on blade connectors for when you get your new timer, if that's what the problem turns out to be. Okay, I have some connectors and I think wire nuts. Can you tell me what size connectors and wire nuts to use? Jason, can you describe the connectors in a little more detail, or post photos of them? I would just use wire nuts. Okay, what color/size wire nuts? Jason, if you have yellow for the blue/white connection, and red for the other connection, containing 3 wires, that should work. Okay. We'll let you know results in few minutes. Jason, sounds good. Standing by. Connected 2 yellow and 1 black wire with the red wire nut. Connected white wire and blue wire with yellow wire nut. Plugged in power cord, and nothing happened. Nothing came on. Jason, are you able to see the first place where the power cord connects to inside the bed? We'll go look. On PC in house, have to walk out to garage and backyard. We'll be right back. Jason, no problem. Yes, I see where power cord goes to. Jason, if you could set your meter to volts, and then take a reading across the points where the cord initially connects in the unit, we can confirm that we have good power going in. If we do, I'll probably hand off your question to another expert here. Okay, picture shows where power cord connects to. Which connection do I touch with meter probes? Jason, the original picture of the timer shows the power cord connections. Full-size image.
Jason, do you see the black and white wires with yellow connectors on them, pushed onto the black plastic block?
Yes. Jason, those appear to be the first connection points of the wires coming out of the cord. By the way, the black plastic block is a contactor. If it's bad, you won't get any power beyond it, into the other components in the bed. We can bypass it as well. Okay, Jason, when you try to power up the bed, does the black contactor click at all? Got it going. Thanks.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/ythi.